Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. There is nothing like a full Sunday where you're just a lazy bum on your couch while your diet consists of chips, chicken wings, pizza, and soda for a whole about 16 hours or so. That, my friends, is the NFL season. From watching your team slip you into an unlimited season-long depression over and over because they can't get the ball past the line of scrimmage, all the way up until your boy, whose team won the Super Bowl last year, has to call you numerous times over and over to remind you how much your team sucks because it's the only way he can compensate for his lack of masculinity. Or even the fantasy season where you decided to draft Kyle Pitts in round 5 because you still believe that there's hope. The 3-page long injury reports of yet another Tua Tagovailoa concussion, to watching our favorite comedy show called The Dallas Cowboys while Jerry Jones casually burns his entire franchise to the ground. Instances of just being a Bears fan and having to hear it casually over and over that this is their year. Spoiler, it isn't. We cover it all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pick 6. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the most influential pieces of media of our time, otherwise known as the Pick 6 podcast. My name is Yusuf Shaban. I am your host. I'm joined by
Isaiah Brune.
Naoki Gima.
Magicity.
Holy fuck,
About
boys.
fucking time. Now we got
said
nobody
it.
to say his last name.
I am my Wheaties
Nice.
this morning. I feel good.
We're in business. All right. Say less. Fun episode for you guys today. NFL implications, fantasy football implications, injuries. We're going to cover booming or busting week 2. Games of the week for week 2. A new segment from Naoki, which you guys are going to enjoy, and I think we're going to enjoy as well. And some recap of week 1 matchups as well. But first, Zay, you and I, let's cover our fantasy clown ball matchup that you and I had in week 1 for rivalry week. If you guys were not around for last week, Naoki or Isaiah and I actually played each other in fantasy. This is the fantasy league that we have been in for the last 10 years. And we matched up as part of the rivalry week. Isaiah got the win by, was it 7 points?
Yeah.
6 points, 7 points?
7 points.
Shout out to Caleb Williams for ruining my life. Shout out to DJ Moore for dying on the last possession or second to last possession. But yeah, I mean, let's talk kind of through a little bit of what that matchup was looking like. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
we knew it was going to be a fun one.
I mean, ain't shit new to me, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He needed that desperately. So, but yeah, I mean, we had a nice little matchup. It was a fun matchup. It came down to the Monday night game between the Bears and the Vikings. I had DJ Moore as my last player. I would think I was down 16 points or 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
And we were right there. I mean, he had 9 points at one point or 8.5 points, if I'm not mistaken. And Caleb Williams overthrew him like 3 times and then proceeded to throw him probably one of the worst hospital balls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Got his fucking whole body scrunched into one.
Yeah.
And then he
Caleb
came back
Williams
last.
was fucking abysmal.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? Let's talk about it now.
What have I been saying, Yusuf, for a year
Oh,
now?
yeah. I, you know what? Like, look, it is still week 1, correct? Like, we're gonna lead into Naoki's segment with this. Like, it's pretty early on. I know, understand it's week 1, new coach, new offensive scheme, everything. But holy fucking shit, did he look so bad in that fourth quarter? I mean, the Bears at one point, I think there was 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. They had a total of -1 yards of offense.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I said it to somebody while I was watching the game too. That last drive specifically, I think it was like 2:50 left in the game. That was possibly one of the worst drives I've ever seen go past the 50-yard line. The amount of overthrows, the amount of panic, the amount of hospital balls that he was throwing to his receivers.
DJ Moore died.
Look,
Yeah.
let's get real about Caleb Williams, right? Like, he's played 18 games in the NFL. He's had 3 head coaches. He's had, 2 offensive coordinators in his career? That can't be easy whatsoever, especially starting your second year. everything brand new. You're starting on Monday night, prime time, against a very good Brian Flores-led defense. Brian Flores always has his guys dialed in. That's just the facts. But if you go as far back as his even college, the thing that I've always stated about Caleb Williams, and you guys can agree or disagree or talk about it if you'd like, but his pocket presence is so fucking bad.
Horrible.
He has no pocket presence whatsoever. What had happened in the game was the first drive, they didn't blitz one time. The Vikings didn't blitz one time. He started the game 10 of 13, if I'm not mistaken, something around
10
there.
of 10.
Yeah, he
10
started
of
off
10.
perfect. He started off perfect to start the game.
After the first drive, the Vikings blitzed 18 times. And what happened the rest of the game?
He couldn't do crap.
Yeah.
There's no pocket IQ. As soon as his first read is gone, it's kind of like Tua. As soon as his first read is gone, it
He
looks
doesn't know what to do.
abysmal.
Yeah.
He has no idea what
you
to do.
you could not have been more on the money. And it's like you see it, you saw it at USC, right? I'm backtracking on what I used to say about him. I thought the guy had talent, which he does. Like he
does
has
have
talent. There's no two ways about it. I still have hope for him to develop into something, but from what I saw on Monday night, I don't know. I don't know how much worse you can look when it comes down to crunch time.
Yeah.
That fourth quarter from the Bears offensively was one of the and defensively as well, by the way. The collapse was bad. And Isaiah, you said the Sunday night collapse of the Baltimore Ravens in the fourth quarter was worse. I beg to differ, bro. I'm sorry.
I
I get it. They blew a lead, but you let a rookie quarter, well, not even a rookie, second year, but
I think it was a more so an individual collapse, not a collapse of the entire team. The defense still showed up. Granted, JJ
the
McCarthy.
defense allowed 3 touchdowns.
I know.
Defense
Granted,
allowed 3 touchdowns, bro.
and the defense gave him 7 points as well.
Fair. That's
Yeah,
very
but
true.
in totality, though, you look at the disparity, right? The Vikings had, in total for the game, 8 penalties resulting in 50 yards. The Bears had 12 penalties equaling to 127 yards.
That's another thing, too.
This is the discipline on all fronts was just lackluster for the game. I mean, you look at the beginning of the game, it was close enough going in at halftime. It was kind of anybody's game. Caleb didn't look fantastic, but JJ up until right after that pick six looked worse, right? Clearly there was an adjustment period. There is those kind of shaking off the nerves a little bit for JJ McCarthy. And I think it showed after that pick six that, the way that I said this in the chat, the way that he kind of chose to respond with his attitude and his demeanor post that, I think that kind of carried the whole team on both sides of the ball to really just rally up and really achieve the comeback.
We're gonna get to the Vikings and JJ McCarthy later.
Much later, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about it. I think we covered all fronts when
Yeah.
it comes to Caleb
Yeah.
Williams.
Let's tying up, bro.
Yusuf, thank you for the W. As always, very
Go
much
fuck yourself.
appreciated.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
yeah.
go fuck yourself.
1-0. I
He
also
shit in the
made
eye,
him leave the
honestly.
group chat, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Come
It's
on,
all right. We
Yusuf,
all
bro.
have our bad weeks. You did
I'm
make
retiring
you
after
did
this
make a
year.
very good trade though. That
Yeah.
Tell me about these trades. You guys are talking about these trades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's pretty simple. Let me get mine out of the way because mine's nothing crazy. I moved Jalen Waddle for Dylan Sampson
It's a good
to
move.
a league mate. His name's Decker. He wants to experiment with Jalen Waddle because of the Tyreek Hill rumors.
Yeah, if I'm getting traded.
Jalen Waddle could possibly become the wide receiver one. I was like, okay, I'm
Go
not
for
really
it.
trying to.
Yeah.
I'm already stacked wide receiver heavy, and I liked what I saw from Dylan Sampson, so I was like, fuck it, why not get some depth over at running back? But yeah, that's my trade.
I'm on the complete opposite end of the spectrum as Isaiah. He's wide receiver heavy. I was running back heavy. I have numerous running backs on my bench, including Trey Benson, Jordan Mason, Brian Robinson, as well as DeAndre Swift, right? And I also made this deal with Decker. I gave him DeAndre Swift and Xavier Leggett. In return, I got Jameson Williams and I got
Ramondre.
Ramondre Stevenson.
I like that trade because only
It was, bro, it was a
Yeah.
dub for me.
In my
There was
opinion,
no
Xavier
hesitation.
Leggett, I don't see nothing crazy out of Xavier Leggett. I know obviously people his size and everything, but it's just
yeah,
the
I
area he's in
understand.
with Carolina. I just don't see with Bryce Young there, especially now they got McMillan over there.
Well, the way I saw it was, if you break it down, Xavier Leggett and Ramondre, they're the throwaway players. They're just the
100%,
players
yeah.
that you have on your bench just to beef the trade up a little bit. But when you compare Jameson Williams to DeAndre Swift, I think that's where Yusuf
Yeah.
wins the trade.
100%. Jameson Williams is a
Yeah,
bad week,
yeah.
but we know what he's capable of doing.
Great move,
Yeah.
brother.
I mean,
Way to bounce back.
It was. I appreciate it. I mean, I needed to make a move. Also, you guys know how high I am on J-Mo. Like, I love
Yeah.
Jameson Williams.
Oh, you've been
He's
on
one of my
him.
favorite
You've
players
been
in the
on
league.
him since last year.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just got to give it like.
So I'm a huge fan. I knew coming out of college, even when he tore his ACL, that he was going to be something special. So I got to rock out with my boy. But yeah. Anyway, let's wrap the fantasy talk up. We have a first topic actually is the boom or bust review. I don't recall the last time that we were actually this good with our booming or busting.
Yeah, man.
Without hesitation, Zay, get us started. Your player number 1.
Yeah. So my boom pick was Jerry Jeudy. His matchup was against the Cincinnati Bengals. I had some very heartwarming words for the Bengals defense, and they kind of surprised me. I'm not going to lie. His boom PPR projection was 19.8, and he finished with 11.6 points on 8 targets, 5 catches, 66 receiving yards. Still a startable week from Jerry Jeudy. You know, if you put him in your lineup, wasn't anything crazy, but it wasn't like he was the guy that lost you your game. So, nonetheless, I liked my pick.
Would you classify it as a L, just about okay, or
Like
a
a
W?
half dub.
Half dub. All right, cool.
Go ahead,
Magic, your player's up next.
My player, so I had Travis Kelce for my boom player, and Travis Kelce, obviously my boom PPR projection was 18.4 points. He did finish with 12.7 on 4 targets, 2 catches, 44 receiving yards, and a touchdown. I do consider this a W just because for those that watched the game, Travis Kelce on the 4-yard line had a wide open. If he caught the ball, that was another touchdown. He would have been right at the 18.7, a little more actually, 18.4. He would have been at like 19 points if you play PPR league. So I'd consider this a winning, especially now moving forward without Worthy. I expect Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown to get the ball a lot more. So I think it was a good week for Kelce.
Got it for sure. WL or average? What would you call it, Magic, for you?
For me, for this circumstance, a W.
Cool. Completely get it. Ricky Pearsall was my boom pick. I was very satisfied with this one. Matched up against the Seattle Seahawks. His boom PPR projection was 18.7. He finished with 14.8 points. He had 7 targets, 4 catches, and 108 receiving yards. Fun fact, his 108 receiving yards totaled for more receiving yards than the entire Seattle Seahawks offense. And it's very clear that there was a lot of work done between him and Purdy, and even just on himself this offseason, because you could tell from the jump that he was the wide receiver 1, even with Jennings back in the lineup. And now Jennings hurt his shoulder. Apparently, he could not move his arm at all during the game after sustaining that injury. He's got CT scans, MRIs coming up. So further enabling and solidifying the fact that Ricky Pearsall is going to be the wide receiver 1 of this team. Although he didn't meet the boom projection, I'll consider it a victory because I felt like this was something that I was taking a huge risk on.
Startable numbers.
It's very startable numbers, and I think if you have Ricky Pearsall, especially against the Saints this coming week, start him again. You know, getting 100+ yards on only 4 catches is insane work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then moving on to bust players. My bust player was Tony Pollard. We got a generational call here. Matchup was against the Denver Broncos. His bust PPR projection was 7.6, and he finished with 7.9. He had 18 carries for 60 yards. He also had a catch for 29 yards and a fumble. Incredible. This is a W.
Ew.
That was right on point.
Don't
Right
need to
on
say
point.
anything
pick,
else.
man.
Don't
That was a
need
great
to say
pick.
anything
That was
else.
a great pick.
Yeah.
Oh, but boy,
Moving
oh boy.
on. Moving on to my bust.
This is the one miss.
This is
guys.
the one miss,
The one
guys.
miss.
It was on me, and it's disgusting. There's nothing more to say. My bust player was Zay Flowers.
Yeah, we don't
Now
need
listen,
to talk about it.
we don't need to talk about it, but
Just go
Zay
look up
Flowers-
the stats, bro. Just go look up the
Zay
stats.
Flowers had
Bro.
1 catch for 10 yards last year. Zay Flowers is known to bust when it comes to playing big games against big teams. Most
He's
inconsistent
what?
player ever.
He's what?
He's what?
Yeah,
He's known to
imagine,
bust all
Bust,
over the
bust.
place.
Oh man.
imagine. Welcome to Street Logic Sports,
Welcome
buddy.
to Boom or
welcome
Bust.
to
It's
my
just
friend.
hilarious. Imagine might have been the jinx this week because it's so funny. He chooses Zay Flowers and he has the best game
Of his
fucking
career. Of his
statistical
career.
The most receiving yards in a game in his career. What are the odds?
Man.
That happened to me last year. Remember, I picked Zay Flowers as a bust player when he played against the Broncos,
Mhm.
like
Yep.
late in the year, and then he had like Up until that point, he had the best game of his career at that point in his career. But I didn't know how that could have been topped.
You know how players have that like welcome to the NFL moment.
That was
Yeah.
Magic
just had his welcome to Street
welcome
Logic.
to Street
moment.
Logic.
Welcome to the pick six moment.
I
Yeah.
promise you,
Yeah.
Zay Flowers does not go more than 15 this week. I promise
All right,
you.
don't do it to yourself again.
Don't do it again,
He's
bro.
gonna double
Stop.
down on the Zay Flowers, bro.
You gotta clip this and just go. Dun, 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 like it was-
Yusuf, give us our last W of the week.
Yeah, man. This one I was very happy about. Isaiah was clowning me for it. I said Devontae Adams was going to be my bust player this week. Matched up against the Houston Texans. His bust PPR projection was 9.5 points. He finished with 9.1.
Oh.
8 targets, 4 catches, 51 yards. I was very happy with this call. Like I said, I thought the Houston Texans defense was going to be a lot, being led by D'Amico Ryans, the head coach, and that secondary being something that is very dangerous also when they're healthy, right?
Mhm.
Now we don't know what the deal is with CJ GJ. I don't know when he's going to come back, but Derek Stingley,
Yeah,
I know
the
he
hip injury.
he had a little bit of a hip injury. But again, happy with this call. This is a big W. I think this is probably one of the bigger W. This is the second biggest W of my Street Logic career after the Justin Jefferson call last season.
Yeah.
If you guys were around for that.
That was good.
Yeah, so for plug in and pull out, this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to move through this quick because this was very awful in comparison to our boom or bust. We don't want to waste your time. We did go 4 of 10 this week. But if it interests you in hearing what our calls were and comparing them to how they did, you can tune into episode 3 of Pick 6 on YouTube and Spotify. It's week 1. Research will be done accordingly moving forward, so you guys won't need to worry. But onward we go.
Onwards we go.
Let's go.
All right, man.
That's going to do it for week 1.
Let's get this injury
yeah.
report going, Isaiah.
Yeah, it's time to jump into the week 2 injury report, which is the staple beginning of each and every week in the fantasy season. Just to clarify, these are for fantasy relevant injuries only. We try to leave out some of the other stuff like linemen, defense, just kind of things that are more relevant to the game of fantasy. I'm going to start us off. First up on the injury report, we have James Cook with a hamstring injury.
Fuck, I have him.
Cook was listed as a limited with a hamstring issue this Wednesday on the practice report. It's unknown the severity of the issue and or when it occurred, but it's safe to say to keep an eye on Cook throughout the week and have backups ready if needed. That is Ray Davis. You must be picking up Ray Davis if you are a James Cook owner. But yeah.
Yusuf, you want to get us on the second one?
Yeah, Chris Godwin, ankle. Concrete timeline is finally out as it was stated before last week's games. Godwin plans to make his return week 5 against the Seahawks on October 5th.
Very nice.
So anyone that has picked up Chris Godwin, your time is coming for him to be wide receiver 3.
All right. Next, we got Malik Neighbors and Wandale Robinson from the Giants, both receivers. Malik Neighbors with the back injury. I have him, so sucks. And then Wandale Robinson with the ankle. So the Giants wide receiver core left Sunday's game a little banged up. Neighbors put up limited effort in practice on Wednesday and is expected to suit up Sunday against the Cowboys. Robinson did not practice, though, on Wednesday, and his status is in doubt. So keep an eye out for the pair. I know usually, if Robinson's out, look to have Neighbors with a big game.
Here you go. We got another wide receiver core out in Atlanta. Drake London with a shoulder injury and Darnell Mooney. Drake London appeared to have suffered a minor shoulder injury in Sunday's loss to the Buccaneers that left him limited in practice Wednesday. Yet Coach Raheem Morris says he expects him to be good enough to go for Minnesota on Sunday. As for Mooney, he's picked up where he left off last week with another limited practice on Wednesday. He wasn't able to go good to go for week 1. Coach Morris stated that Friday's injury report will have a lot to say about the status on the wide receiver 2 for the Falcons.
Yeah, man.
I will step in here. It seems Drake London will be cleared for the game on Sunday.
Okay, that's good.
There was news that came out earlier today that he will be good to go. But definitely something to monitor, though, if you have Drake London. That shoulder injury, obviously, for receivers is important, especially when you're getting those high passes or jump balls. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, next up, we got Xavier Worthy with a shoulder injury. Confirmed dead after Terrace teammate Travis Kelce pile drove him into the turf.
That was
and
bad,
he will
bro.
be out 4 to 6 weeks.
There's nothing more to say to that, bro.
Go ahead, Yusuf.
All right. Brock Bowers, the tight end superstar of the Las Vegas Raiders, stated that he's fine and expects to be out there for week 2 after suffering a knee injury, even stating he was ready to go back out there in last Sunday's game, but the medical staff held him out as a precaution. Pete Carroll also chimed in saying he expects him to be ready, but Carroll has always been the type to be overly optimistic with injury reports. So keep an eye on the practice reports throughout the week, and at the very least, prepare a backup tight end. The Raiders did have like 3 different tight ends out on the field at a time this last Sunday. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but yeah, just keep an eye out for that.
Cool.
Imagine.
Next, we got Juwan Jennings with a shoulder injury. Juwan Jennings would not take part in practice this Wednesday after he left the game on Sunday early and wasn't able to return. So prepare to be without him week 2. And like Yusuf said earlier, if you got Ricky Pearsall, look to start him against the Saints.
Yeah, it just gets worse for the Niners. Go ahead, Naoki.
That's right. George Kittle, the superstar tight end for the 49ers, has officially been placed on the injured reserve list by the 49ers after injuring his hamstring in Sunday's win against the Seahawks. Expect the recovery time to go beyond the 4-game minimum requirement for IR players.
I'm loving life over here, guys.
Yusuf, I don't know what.
I just
Another
wanted a
niner on the
momentary.
board.
I just wanted a momentary pause for that.
Yeah, just a moment of silence.
Oh yeah, no, it gets worse.
I know it gets worse.
Read the
Brock
next one. Go
Purdy,
ahead.
toe
Thank you.
and left shoulder.
God damn.
Purdy did not practice Wednesday, and Coach Kyle Shanahan noted that he is a long shot to play in Sunday's game at New Orleans. This is a big yikes.
Yusuf, who's coming in for him?
Mac Jones. Hey, shit, we good. It's all right. We'll be all right. It's okay. We're playing the Saints. I'm not tripping. I just thank God that we have a good schedule this season. You know, we're not going against the fucking
Seahawks Rams back to back.
death row for
and then-
fuck's sake. Like last year was horrible. This is
Yeah.
manageable.
It's lucky that it's early now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if it just didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Yusuf.
I mean, well, that's just asking for too much. Jalen Waddle. No, we were just talking about how he could potentially be a wide receiver 1 considering the allegations against Tyreek Hill. But Waddle injured his shoulder on Sunday. He was a limited participant at practice on Wednesday. It's worth monitoring, even though it doesn't seem to be a serious issue, but hold him out of any game action if you feel like there's a problem. Staying within the Miami Dolphins.
Would anyone like to read
I
this?
got you.
It's a
Tua-
serious injury.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Dude, we're just reporting the news.
Brain dead. He's not actually
Tua-
injured, but I'm generally concerned as his well-being after watching. I don't know what the fuck that was on Sunday. God damn. If you were watching that game, I apologize on behalf of any NFL fan. You wasted 3 hours of
Anyone,
your
bro.
lifetime. You can't get back.
Do you
ever
know?
again.
Do you know how bad you have to be to make Daniel Jones look like Peyton Manning?
Bro?
No, but I'm dead serious.
I ain't
That was
laughing.
horrible.
No, I ain't laughing. This is a serious fucking matter. Alzheimer's is a real disease.
I want
Tua, please
to tell you guys something.
retire.
You guys saw Drewski do the quarterback challenge at the Fanatics Fest
Yeah.
earlier a couple months?
Yeah.
I promise you, if Drewski was at QB, he's putting up more numbers than Tua was. I swear to you, bro. That was. There's no more to talk about that than besides that whole team needs to just get demolished.
Let's move on, bro. Move on.
Get
Bring
off
Mike
the-
McDaniel back as our OC, bro, and change the game again. Bring the Niners back to heaven. Naoki, take us into the next topic, my man.
Yes. So we recap Boomer Bust week 1. It is now time for Boomer or Bustin' week 2. So, Isaiah, why don't you start us off with your first boom player, please?
Yeah, coming in hot this week. My pick is Rome Odunze. His week 2 matchup is the Detroit Lions. His week 2 PPR projection is 13.52, and his boom PPR projection is 17.9. Caleb Williams is coming off one of the worst games I've ever seen him play at the pro level. From overthrows to hospital balls, it was a difficult watch. But it's important to note that Odunze was the most used and looked at wide receiver in this new Ben Johnson offense. Yes, point number 2. Ben Johnson will look to go against his former team, which I'm sure Ben has circled down for 2 reasons. 1, the obvious, and 2, the Lions secondary is an offensive coordinator's wet dream. Last season, the Lions were quietly the third worst team against the pass, allowing 244 passing yards per game, as well as 299-yard average in the playoffs, which was a playoff worst. Although Jordan Love was under 200 yards passing, the same coverage mishaps and inability to play man coverage was still very present. I expect a big day with a big touchdown from Adunze.
I love how you said they averaged giving up 299 yards in the playoffs last season when they only played one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got mollywopped by a rookie quarterback, so.
My damn.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels.
Anyway, if it couldn't have been more obvious, obviously, and this is a usually round 1 or round 2 pick.
Oh, thank you fucking so much, Yusuf. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're welcome.
This
I'm
was-
on my
This is
knees
the
for you for
people-
this
This was
pick.
so hard to figure out.
This is for the people who are discouraged and really think that the Texans are cooked. Nico Collins is my boom projection for this season or this week. Forgive me. Shocker.
Wow.
He goes up against the Tampa Bay
Wow.
Buccaneers. Again, this is for the people that said he's finished after his 5-point performance. Believe it or not, there are numerous people that I know that have said Nico Collins and CJ Stroud are done for. His projection is 16.88 points.
Are
Boom
any of
projection
these
is
people above
21.
the age of 12?
Unfortunately, yes. Mentally, I don't know.
Fuck!
Fuck.
Hey, let me get in this league,
Rough
bro.
week. Rough week last week for Collins and the Texans. After CJ Stroud calling the team out for being lazy and lackadaisical, I expect a huge bounce back shootout in this game with both offenses going crazy. Granted that Collins is the go-to guy in the passing department, I expect him to also bounce back after his abysmal 5.5-point performance last
God
week.
Damn.
Collins' lone game in his career versus Tampa Bay was in 2023, and it saw him record 3 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. I think now he gets a chance to establish dominance against the secondary that was far from impressive last week and last season.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on CJ Stroud to bounce back. I've been waiting since last year.
Since
Yeah, please,
it's been
CJ,
19
don't
games,
disappoint me.
It would be nice, though, to see Collins bounce back.
for sure.
Yeah, you
Go ahead,
should.
Majid.
My boom player this week is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, a.k.a. playing the Seahawks. Yusuf's boy, Yusuf's favorite receiver in the league, a.k.a. revenge game against the Seahawks, his former team. His week 2 PPR projection is 14.7 points. His week 2 boom PPR projection, I got him at 21.2 points. DK Metcalf is coming off a good game last week versus the Jets. That was a crazy game that no one expected. The story was more about, obviously, the 4 touchdowns that Aaron Rodgers throws. But now that we see
That boy was airing that bitch
I
out.
swear, he was
huh?
slinging that shit. So, pause. But now that we know that Aaron Rodgers is willing to, throw the ball 40 times a game now, again, unlike what it was at the Jets, big things for DK. So, DK is obviously playing his former team. So, look for him to get the ball a lot more. This matchup with, obviously, the Seahawks, his last week performance against the Niners, letting Ricky Pearsall, no hate to him, obviously, Ricky Pearsall is going to be a stud, but just the fact that he got over 100 yards off 4 catches shows you obviously the potential of what could happen this week. So I got DK with the projection of 7 catches with 90 yards and a touchdown for DK this week.
There you go. Do you
Fair
think
enough.
you think he'll be?
Respect.
How motivated do you think DK will be?
100%, because you got people like Yusuf riding him off, you know what I mean? And like Gino told him.
Hey,
right
I
back.
said, we'll see. We're gonna see what my game of the week is at the end of this show, and you'll understand why. And you know why.
Talk
course.
to
We
him.
discussed this.
But yeah, I think
Anyway.
it'll be good.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Now we can move on to bus players. My first bus player is, or my only bus player, sorry, is this wet bag of shit named Kenneth Walker. His week 2 matchup is the Pittsburgh Steelers. His
Lord.
week 2 PPR projection is 11 points. Quite the fall from grace, if you ask me. And my bus PPR projection is 7.1.
Oof.
Yeah, he opened his 2025 season with 10 carries for 20 yards. He also had 3 catches for 4 yards. A little can be attributed to the San Fran run defense, as some of their defensive scheming and play calling against Seattle's run attack leads me to believe they can finish top 5 in that category. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Robert Salah and his return to the
Sir.
Niners.
He looked good last week.
Yeah,
I missed him so much.
but I also think most of it is contributed to Zach Charbonnet, who I said before the season even began that
The
this will
RB1.
become his backfield, and that showed to be true. in week 1 for Seattle, as he had 12 carries for 47 yards. And the key here is also the goal line touchdown that was given to Charbonnet instead, which I think is rare to see, considering when they were both healthy last year, that was not the case. So in my honest opinion, I don't see it getting any easier for Kenneth Walker. I said it before the year started. This is going to be Charbonnet's backfield, and it's going to continue that way. Look, I'm not saying that Kenneth Walker can't have his weeks where he is a, useful running back in terms of fantasy. It's just not going to be prominent anymore.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
I just think it's something that we talked about. All of us kind of agreed on. We all believe Charbonnet is going to be that RB1.
He's just better in my opinion. He's younger,
I'm going to be honest.
healthier.
Kenneth Walker, I guarantee it's when I see Kenneth Walker, it's really that 1 year that he had that kind of just keeps him at the
top.
At the top. Why his level during the draft is so high. But it's like when I look at Kenneth Walker, he's going to have maybe 1, maybe 2 games where he gets those 3 touchdowns a game, 80 yards, but that's not happening no more. Last year he was lucky if he played more than 10 games.
I'm going to be real with y'all. I never saw the hype with him.
He had some hella athletic
he had
highlights.
some good games, but you could also look at some of the best running backs in the league, and you could look at one thing in particular that they do well. Like Alvin Kamara does, he receives, he's a great pass catcher while he's being a good runner. Derrick Henry is great with volume, and he's huge, and he's also just a freak of nature.
That's a double pause. God damn.
Stop.
Let me ask you
Christian
this.
Christian McCaffrey is just a Swiss Army knife. You could look at all these running backs that are, I don't want to say in the upper echelon, because Kenneth Walker, again, would not be anywhere near that, but there's nothing in particular that he does well.
Yeah, he's just all around average.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Isaiah. In relation to this game in particular, this matchup for Kenneth Walker versus Steelers, of course, you're attributing your pick in this department because of Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
This is going to be his backfield in the near future. But how much are you looking into what the Steelers defense is capable of doing in terms of this pick for Kenneth Walker?
Yeah, so the way I see it for the Steelers defense, obviously Breece Hall had a very, very good day, as well as Justin Fields. But I'm contributing a lot of this to, Mike Tomlin not being able to figure out the run attack. I think what the Jets offered that the Seahawks are not going to be able to offer is the mobility at quarterback and, having to always run a spy on the field. That's not going to be the case with the Sam Darnold offense. It just isn't. The Seahawks are quite a bit more one-dimensional than the Jets looked to be in week 1. So that's kind of how I view it with the Steelers defense. Also, I think that Mike Tomlin's going to have them a little more dialed in than they were last week.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a pitiful fucking performance from the Seattle defense, or from the Pittsburgh defense, excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it.
Though.
That's how I see it. It was a great game, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. Yusuf, you want to hit us with your bust player,
Yeah,
please?
this copycat
Yeah,
bitch.
man. For the second week in a row, Tony Pollard has made the bust list. Let's see how long we can actually keep this running for, by the way. Tony Pollard faces the LA Rams in week 2. He is projected to get 14.4 points. His bust projection is 9.8. For those of you who are thinking this is expected, if you look at the stats, you'll know this is a bit of a wild take, which is fine because I like chaos. Pollard, in his career, has played against the Rams 4 times, dating all the way back to 2019. He's averaged 8.5 carries per game and 70 yards per game, scoring 2 touchdowns in those 4 outings against the Rams. He also averaged 7.2 targets per game against them.
I didn't hear anything bad.
Sounds beautiful, right? 2 of those games were played while he was still a Dallas Cowboy. Shit's changed. The Rams defense, which looked like it would take a hit after Aaron Donald's departure from football, has gotten younger and more dynamic. They finished last season as a top 10 defense against the run, only allowing 4.6 yards per carry. I think it's going to be a game where the Titans are going to need to rely on their passing game a bit more, even though Cam Ward is a rookie. I see them getting behind early on in this matchup and needing to stage a comeback with their passing game, hence why Tony Pollard will not really get the run he needs to get started early. On top of that, they have to face Jared Verse and Braden Fisk on that D line.
What did I fucking tell y'all about Jared Verse?
Hey, bro, we
agree. That boy's going to be a star.
We all believe in Jared Verse.
Them Florida State boys are different, bro. Him and Fisk. And also, what was the guy that got that game-sealing fumble?
Landman?
What was his name? Landman, bro.
Nate
what a
Landman.
fucking play.
Hell
What
of a
a
signing.
play.
Hell of a signing.
Yeah.
Beautiful signing. This is a beautiful play. Beautifully timed punch. So all around great defense. Sean McVay knows how to scheme against the run exceptionally well. He never fails.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't see this being a good game for Tony Pollard yet again. Surprise, surprise, and we'll see how it fares for him.
Mm-hmm.
Majid, you want to hit
My
us with yours?
best player of the week is DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, first of all, piece of shit, lost me my fantasy week this week. I needed 10 points to win.
Mm-hmm.
Going to that game, he got me 9.4. I lost by 0.8
Fuck.
because DeAndre Swift just sucks balls.
I don't wish those losses on anyone except Yusuf.
Man, well, we got a week 2
Thanks.
matchup versus the Detroit Lions, and his week 2 PPR projection is 14.14 points. You would say why I'm saying he's a bust. I got his bust PPR projection 10.4.
That's what he needed for you.
That's what he needed for me, and that's what I think he's gonna get this week against the Lions. But guess what? I'm gonna say something. I will not be surprised if he gets less than 10.4.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna give you guys 10.4 on the good end, but I think it could be a lot worse. So DeAndre Swift is coming off an average week. The Bears looked like they were rolling in that first half until it just went downhill from there.
Mm-hmm.
And Swift's workload seemed a lot while he was in there. Only back really running the ball for the Bears.
This is an interesting call.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I'm going to ask the panel this question very quickly. For me, DeAndre Swift has always passed the eye test.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he's ever been given the real opportunity to show the running back that he actually is. Because I'm a big DeAndre Swift fan. I think he's incredibly athletic. I think he's smart at times. He has his mishaps here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he has all the tools to be a bell cow back for a backfield, be a solidified RB1. I can't seem to put my finger on what is holding him back.
It's a different amount of things because in Detroit, their reason of getting rid of him, aside from obviously bringing in Gibbs and Montgomery at the time, was his injuries.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Philly for that 1 year and goes off at Philly. Obviously, it has a big thing to do with the Philly O-line that they have. But he has a great year, and then obviously the Eagles have a bad fumble in the performance.
Well, then they get Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, they get Saquon Barkley. But then now he goes to the Bears, who the Bears supposedly upgraded their O-line as in bringing in Joe Tooney and all these other young guys.
By the way, they looked horrible.
They looked horrendous. Joe Tooney looked like he forgot even how to play O-line. So
Yeah.
I
What do you think of Swift, Yusuf?
I don't know.
I like DeAndre Swift. I also think I'm in the same boat as you, where I feel like he hasn't really gotten a fully fair shake. The only thing is, and you asked the question of what it is that he doesn't do well, right? His downhill running and his aggressive running just seems to be a little bit off. Like there are moments in time where he could initiate contact, be a little bit more aggressive, lower the shoulder, and he doesn't do it.
You saying he runs
There's-
like a bitch?
Facts. I haven't
Sometimes,
seen him run more
occasionally,
than
there are
3
times. And
I'm
you
not
know what?
disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying.
I attribute a little bit of that due to his injury history when he was with the Lions, and maybe it's caused some PTSD. So that could be a part of the issue. However, there was a lot of tape that I watched from the Bears game on Monday night, and it was all over Twitter. There are gaps that this offensive line made for him to run through, and they were wide as like roads, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he just missed it. I don't know how the fuck he missed these gaps. However, again, I will revert to this. There were flashes of not, I want to say brilliance, but good talent in reading of the game in that Minnesota game. Like in that third quarter, they ran the ball, I think 3-4 times in a row, and he got positive yardage every single time. And I felt like, okay, well, this is maybe his time to take over, kind of milk the clock here, make it easier for the Bears. And then he kind of reverted back to
Yeah.
But
what he
again,
was,
Swift
right?
also does get involved in the pass game slightly, but it's like 3 catches for 12 yards. That's getting you nothing. And another
well,
thing,
either that or the ball is 10 feet above his fucking
obviously,
head.
That too,
that's another
yeah.
thing. Obviously, I'm not gonna put that fully on him because of Caleb, but it's just like I'm looking at now. Obviously, he's going into a game against the Detroit Lions. Again, Josh Jacobs, I know, did score that touchdown, had a decent game, but Josh Jacobs didn't kill the Lions. It was more
It was
that
the
passing game,
defense.
the defense, Micah Parsons,
Fuck
Gary.
that
That defense is
Fuck.
crazy. Yeah, bro. That defense as a whole is just insane. So I think
Yeah.
Detroit going back, playing in Detroit, obviously, I think the offense is the defense is gonna bounce back for sure. So I just don't see him getting.
Yeah.
I think both games last year he scored less than 10 points as well in fantasy. So I just don't see where Detroit gives up all those yards.
I
Josh
mean,
Jacobs can do
dude,
it.
Yeah. I mean, also let's consider this. I mean, it's a new offensive scheme again, right?
True.
With the Bears, like it's still early.
Johnson,
Like we don't know what they're gonna be. We don't know if week 1 is like the permanent thing that we're gonna have to get used to. Like with DeAndre Swift is different. Like we have evidence of him actually performing. We have evidence of him actually being a good running back, but also we have evidence of him not being up to par and up to standard. With Caleb Williams, it's hard to call. With this new Bears offensive line and new scheme, it's hard to call. So we'll see. Are they actually going to compete against this Lions team? Like, Lord knows, we don't know yet, right? Again, this is a divisional matchup.
Ben
Things
Johnson
can
knows
happen.
the scheme too on offense, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Isaiah said, he has this matchup circled on his calendar. So
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, we're gonna do our plug-in pull out for week 2. We're gonna do this a little differently.
Okay.
It's gonna be a collective group activity.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna read a player from both these lists that we have, and everyone is going to tell me start him or bench him. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
cool.
All right. Dylan Sampson versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Start him.
Start him.
Start.
All right. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt versus the Green Bay Packers.
Bench.
Bench.
All right. Travis Etienne versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Start.
My guy.
Start.
Start him.
Start.
All righty. Emeka Egbuka versus the Houston Texans.
Start him.
Starts.
Start him.
Listen,
The
I'm
new.
gonna say start because Ibuka is one crazy animal, and I hope the continued success. By the way, hey, listen,
We fucking told y'all.
Hey, listen, Xavier Worthy was my cuff player of the year, and after that, I'm switching. Igbuka is my cuff player of the year. I'm projecting it 800,
We got
800,
that switch up, baby.
850 yards with 13 touchdowns.
We
He's a
fucking told
touchdown
y'all.
machine, man.
telling you.
By the way,
He's about to be the new pick six golden.
Hey, man,
child.
we know ball over here. Come on. There's been too
Fact.
much shit happening lately that we've been on. We're trying to tell y'all, we know ball. You know?
Come on now.
We know ball. Next up, we got
That's
Nick
it.
Chubb versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What are we doing, boys?
bench.
Half Chubb.
I would cut him.
It's half Chubb this week. Next up, we got Patrick Mahomes
Get
versus
him
the
the fuck
Philadelphia
out.
Eagles.
Oh,
Fuck out.
Yeah.
Because
bench.
guess what?
Bench.
Jalen Carter, that ejection counted as suspension. He's playing.
He's about to spit on you, Mahomes, when he checks you for the 7th time. That D-line. Hey, Zadarius Smith
Welcome.
just signed to the Eagles.
Welcome.
I'm just saying, Patrick Mahomes is gonna have a long day. That O-line's gonna have a long day.
All right. Next up, we got Jameson Williams versus Chicago Bears. What are we doing?
There you go, Yusuf.
Start my boy, man.
Start him.
All right.
I think he's gonna have a bounce back game.
All right. Next up, we got Michael Shitman from the
Okay.
Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. What are we doing?
This guy is useless.
Useless. We're
Patrick
benching him.
Surtain is about to have the funnest game of his life.
All right.
I think he'll bounce back this year.
Devontae Smith versus the Kansas City Chiefs. What are we doing?
Start him.
Start him.
Come
I'm
on
gonna
now.
be honest. I'm in the middle. Like start him, but it's just there's too much talent. Like I know he had that big ass catch in the Super Bowl, but if it wasn't for that, he wasn't really involved against the Chiefs defense. So I think
Shit, I'm starting him.
I think
I'm starting him
I-
too. Shit.
If you start him, you got to start him as like a flex. I wouldn't start him as a wide receiver one. or
Flex
two.
ceiling, but startable.
Yeah.
Then last name, we got Cooper Kupp versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell me, what are we doing?
Sorry, OG.
bench that
Bench.
fucker.
Sorry, OG.
Sorry,
Damn, no love
Yeah,
for the
sorry,
OGs.
we love him, but
Unfortunately.
Yep.
All right,
Luck done.
That's
guys.
plug in, pull out. Those are our 10 players that we are starting and benching this week. And we
Yes,
covered
sir.
Boomer Bust.
Yep.
That's our fantasy for the week.
Come on
If
now.
you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments.
Please do.
We're
Let
going to
us
post these
know.
on social
Let us
media.
know.
Please let us
Yes, sir.
know. We want to hear your feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yes, sir.
Naoki, take it away, please.
Yes, we are. For a limited time, we're introducing a new segment. Only because we just got out of week 1 of the NFL season, a grandiose week 1 filled with a lot of controversy, filled with a lot of injuries, big plays, controversial losses. But we're gonna play. It's only been one game, but so we're kind of overreact to some of the things in week 1 and see if they hold up for the rest of the year. So, in relation to the Vikings and Bears game on Monday night, lads, it's only been one game, but JJ McCarthy is the Vikings' next franchise running back. What do we think?
Given that
Running
five-
back.
Running back, quarterback,
Running back.
quarterback.
Well, hey, he did
Hey,
run
he
that
did.
touchdown
He
in the
did.
game.
He did seal the game with a
Shit.
rushing touchdown.
Hey,
Hey, might as well.
be too. You
It's
fucking-
either
Aaron Jones is
it's either
ass. He
him
might
or
as well
Aaron
be.
Jones Jr., bro. Come on now.
I'm giving
Hey.
that 5 big booms.
All right, bro. I'm giving that a 5-star rating too. You got me fucked up, man.
Hey,
Don't play with that
Hey.
white boy.
hey,
Listen,
he's cold.
McCarthy's a winner, but I still think
Why?
it's early.
Oh, I wasted.
I still think it's early.
I mean, we
Really?
talked about it briefly in the group chat. I wanted to like hone in a little bit on this. It's and you know, again, it was another thing that kind of led to this segment, right? Are we overreacting? Is what he did just like a one-time thing? do we know if this is something that's going to be permanent, right? But Zay, you mentioned that he only
Shall I
lost.
read the stat?
Please do.
Yeah. So in JJ McCarthy's football career, going all the way back to high school, he has only lost 3 games in his entire life, and 2 of those games were in high school. So that being said, what I think, and I didn't really fully grasp it until just now, or at least until after the game, why the Vikings held on to JJ McCarthy so hard, why they didn't go out and sign an Aaron Rodgers in the offseason, why they didn't,
trade back for Kirk Cousins.
trade back or keep Kirk
Or
Cousins at the very
re-sign
least.
Sam Darnold.
You know what I mean? Or re-sign Sam Darnold after the year that he had. And it's because JJ McCarthy is a winner. And that is what I saw in this game. After throwing the pick 6, having the mental fortitude to be able to come back and do what he did, have the 3 touchdowns, running and passing. I think that game, I know it's only been 1 game.
Yep.
But
first game still. So you
yeah,
can get
but
the nerves out.
he showed me all the things. It was a small sample size, but he showed me all the things I think the Vikings saw all this time.
You said that you were kind of on the fence a bit, Majid, on that. Why is that?
It's just, I obviously know he's a winner. He's been winning everywhere. Obviously in Michigan, like you bring back high school, he's only lost 3 times in his life. It's just a little bit early. Like, I do see the positive in him coming back after pick 6 to be that young, first game, to still have your confidence up high, still have your teammates trust you. But again, it's like you look back, it's without that pick 6, they don't win the game. Without the Bears shitting the bag, they don't win the game. It's like I wanted to see him more offensively productive. I know we've already talked about he's more of like a check down. You're going to see a lot of check downs with Mason, Jones in there, but I just want to see how it's going to move forward with, obviously, let alone Jettis, but now you got Addison coming back in a week or 2 weeks. So I want to see how he gets Hawkinson. I want to see how he gets all these other receivers, because down the line, you're going to have to get these type of receivers involved if you want to stay as a starter.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I think that was also a cautious game plan from Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Division game, first game.
Yeah, feeling it out, not wanting to get too, aggressive, too risky. So I won't contribute too much to that of JJ McCarthy, being conservative with the ball. I think it was more so a game plan from the Vikings.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, bro.
I think
and also this
come
is
with time.
The big thing is like showing up when it matters most for your team.
Yep.
That's that's some veteran shit. That's not a rookie move what he did in that fourth quarter, bro. Calling your own number to seal the deal is ridiculous. The pass to Jones on that 30+ yard touchdown, beautiful. He zipped the ball into Justin Jefferson, rifled it in for that touchdown.
That was a fucking bullet.
Yeah.
That was a Herbert.
God,
that was a Herbert.
God.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Those 3 plays alone, fantastic. That just erased everything he did prior to the game, in my eyes, personally. So I loved it.
Next up, Zay, we're gonna talk about your Chargers for a second. Going back to that Friday night game, Chiefs Chargers in Brazil. It's only been 1 game, but the Chiefs will not win the AFC West this year. Lads.
Fuck no, bitch.
What do we think?
Nope, they will not.
Bolt up.
All good things come to an end. All good things come to an end. And guess what? The Chargers are winning that division.
I bolted so much on Friday, bro. I bolted everywhere.
All right.
I think we're gonna rename the segment to Boom or Bust or Bolt.
Boom or Bolt.
Boom or Bolt. Moving on.
Yusuf, what do you think?
Oh yeah, no, it's a wrap. I mean, we'll see if there's any time for Kansas City to get this shit turned around. I think it's this week, but let's be fucking real with
too many
ourselves
injuries.
here. Kelsey had, Xavier Worthy literally died.
I'm gonna say
Rice
this.
is gonna be
I'm
out.
gonna say this because I need to say it because I'm a Chargers fan. That was the best game Justin Herbert has ever played in the NFL.
There you go.
Simple as that.
Fire.
Y'all heard me
He
say
looked
it.
fucking. He looked like everything I wanted him to be, and then some in that game.
Y'all heard me say it too. I think he's gonna be an MVP candidate this year, man.
So does Stephen A.
Listen,
The slide had
I
aura,
drafted
bro.
him. I drafted him in fantasy this year for that reason, bro. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Hey, you and Stephen A. have the same head. No, I'm talking about the Herbert call.
Please move on.
I was talking about the Herbert call. What are you guys laughing about?
All right, bro. Now can move on, please.
Yes. Another divisional take here in regards to the Lions.
Sorry, bro.
The
Redo that.
I didn't want them to laugh that hard because I didn't want it to hit.
God damn, Yusuf. Get your get back, bro.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
Okay, are we good?
I would have. I
Yusuf.
was about to say something, but I'm pretty
Yusuf.
sure I would be canceled.
Yeah,
Yusuf,
no, we
Yusuf,
can't.
How many fingers?
All right, you didn't-
We're good. We're good.
Hey,
Look
we
at my
good in the
pinky.
West.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Good, bro.
All right.
Man, you sexy as hell. Don't.
All right, let's lock in.
Fuck yourself.
Let's lock
All right,
in. In regards to the Lions-Packers game from Sunday, guys, it's only been one game, but the Lions will regress heavily and finish third in their division in the NFC North.
Yusuf, I want you to take this one.
The third behind who?
I'm saying Green Bay and Minnesota.
Fuck no. I just disagree.
I agree with you.
Green Bay, yes. Green Bay, I think, is the most complete.
Yusuf,
team.
give me the Lions record for this year.
I think they get 10 wins this year. I really do.
10-7.
I think they will regress, but I don't think they'll finish third in the division. I think they'll finish above both Minnesota and Chicago. And I know it sounds hot, but I'll take it.
Imagine.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Got a
the
record prediction?
Yeah, when I look at their schedule right now, I got them 10 is a good amount, 10 to 11 wins.
Yeah, I would guess that they would be around that realm, 10 and 7 or 11 and 6.
Don't get me wrong, their schedule I'm looking at here, their schedule is it's not easy, bro. They play the Packers obviously again. They got the Ravens Monday night soon, Bengals, Chiefs later on when they get the receivers back, Washington, the Eagles, Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna say
Dallas,
something
Rams.
right now, y'all, because I've been thinking about it a lot. I know it might come off as a shock. I think the Lions finish under 500 this year.
Wow.
Ooh.
So do you agree with the take?
I am not loving at all what I am seeing on defense from the Lions. I know it's a little dark because Aiden Hutchinson, but fuck, they can't guard. They really cannot guard. It looks nasty. And offensively, a lot of people have said what they wanted about Jared Goff, and I know he can be a good quarterback in this league. He can be a good system quarterback in this league. But when shit gets tough, when it's not all sunshine and rainbows, I'm telling you right now, Jared Goff is not the guy I'd want at quarterback for this team. When they need to figure out a new system because Ben Johnson is gone, when they lose their defensive coordinator, like for a guy to rally a team together and really put together a winning season, when the coaching staff can't do it for you, when the guys around you can't do it for you, Jared Goff is not the guy I want to do that. That's my reasoning.
That's
behind it.
completely fair.
That's fair to say.
And with the division looking the way it is, with the Vikings still strong, with what I saw from JJ McCarthy, it's only been one game, but
Yep.
I don't think the Lions do it this year. I really don't.
So you agree?
I agree.
Wow.
Fair.
All right.
Expect it.
Next up, in regards to probably the worst game of the weekend,
Or we've been talking
the
about
Miami
this.
Dolphins.
Why are we
And
talking about this?
well, there is a topic. It's only been one game, but the Dolphins should fire Mike McDaniel as head coach.
His nerd ass should have been out of there last year, bro.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Man, what the fuck?
Fire that fucking team as a whole, not Mike.
I think
All right.
kill everyone in that organization.
Firebomb them, all of them.
Everyone, bro.
Bomb the
Listen.
practice facility.
It's
Something.
a little
we
clo-
can't-
that-
It's a little close to it. It's a little close to the day.
You gotta show respect.
Can't talk about
Kill everyone.
On the day that this is meant
kill
to,
everyone.
on the day this is
I
meant
come
to
for
dro-
everyone. I kill everyone.
on the day this is meant to drop,
Tyreek.
it's crazy. On the day
Oh,
this
it's
is meant
over.
to drop, we
Tyreek
can't
is
say
done.
that.
Tyreek is done. Waddle.
No,
love you,
bro.
but you
Tyreek is
got
going to
wide
prison.
Bro,
Tyreek
Yeah,
is
he's
going
done.
to
oh,
jail.
bro, bro, he's actually questionable
McDaniel,
this
you
week, right?
should
With
never
the,
have a position outside of offensive coordinator.
ever again.
Tua. I
we
don't
already
know what
covered
else.
that one.
What more do you want me to say? This offensive line sucks shit. The only player that I feel like is worth keeping is Devon Achane. Aside from that, fuck all.
Yeah,
Fuck all.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel has looked
team is-
clueless since last year.
He looked clueless
He's
the day
looked
he
clueless since
looked
2
clueless
years?
the day he called. Who did he call
I
when
don't
he was on
want
the
to say
plane?
that. I don't want to say that because he had the offense
But yeah,
rolling that
2
first
years
year.
ago.
2 years ago, and then guess what?
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm
Oh,
saying.
but then
he's
do you
been
guys
fucking
agree that he should have been fired a while ago?
gone.
Then,
He should have been the
Yeah.
offensive coordinator this whole time.
but you guys don't agree that he should be fired.
Yeah,
now.
like I'm shocked that he started the year this year. After last year, I was shocked that he was a starter still.
Yeah, I was
What-
saying
what-
that
Bro,
on the
they
pod
came
last
out.
year.
The
With the
report came out.
coaches-
The
with the-
report came out that they were going to give him until like mid-season this year to decide whether or not they want to fire him. Fire him now. Fire him after week one.
But to me, what's crazy is the fact that there was coaches out there available. As in, obviously, you had Mike Vrabel out there.
Jim
Bill Belichick,
Harbaugh, bro.
Jim Harbaugh. You had all these people available. The fact that you passed on all that, say,
Thank you, though.
I'm gonna give the guy
Thank you.
6 months. Like, what are you trying to say about your year? That means if they start the season 2-4,
Bro.
that means you're gonna fire him. Expect to get a coach in to revamp the whole team. Like,
Fire him while it's early and you still have a chance.
Fire him. Exactly, fire him. They got to get a whole QB situation. Go trade for Kirk Cousins if you want to keep Tyreek and all these people and have somewhat of a chance at a wild card 7th seed type season. You go get a quarterback, whether it's Kirk, whether you go get someone type of quarterback
I
like
see
that.
what you're saying. Yeah.
If not, shop everyone. Like I said, aside from maybe HN, shop everyone.
They're
shop
sellers.
Waddle.
They're sellers.
Shop Tyreek. Like,
Yep.
if I'm the Chiefs, unless they really believe in Hollywood Brown and what Hollywood Brown could bring to that team while Rashee Rice is suspended, while
Bro said, why are
What
we
is it?
talking about this? And just went crazy.
I'm telling you, no. Now that I'm looking at, like, Tyreek Hill should get traded.
Sell everyone.
Sell that whole team, bro.
No, I
Sell
feel
Waddle,
it. I feel
sell-
it, man. I feel it.
Yep. All right. Last one in regards to, I think what a lot of us could agree might have been the game of the weekend, the Sunday night game, Baltimore Ravens,
Game of the
Buffalo
year.
Bills, the AFC divisional rematch. It's only been one game, but the Ravens will once again fall short in the NFL playoffs this year. What do we think, guys?
Agree. Only because I think this is the AFC Championship matchup,
I think it's the AFC Championship too.
and I think Bills.
And you think it goes kind of the same way later on in the year?
Yeah, same thing. Just because Lamar is yet, until I see it with my own eyes, Lamar is yet to prove to me that it's not regular season shit. I want
Man,
to see him
he's
in the
just
Super
not a
Bowl.
closer.
That's what it is.
It sucks to say, but like,
He's an
I
MVP.
love Lamar
he's fire.
Jackson.
I love playing. When I watch him, he's incredible.
bro, I love it. But like, he's just not. It's just not in him.
It comes
He's
down to
not a
John Harbaugh
closer.
too. I'm gonna be honest. People don't want to talk about it because he won that Super Bowl, but we got to start looking at John Harbaugh a little more tighter. Now,
Man, they're not
with the talent-
closers.
No, no.
With the talent they
You
have,
need to go look at Ravens Twitter, bro. They've been saying this shit about John Harbaugh for years. He has the most blown leads in the fourth quarter than any coach in the active NFL right now.
What I say, man, they're not.
Hey,
Closers.
John Harbaugh has a reputation, bro. He has a reputation for blowing leads. He has a reputation for
17.
just not
Stephen
being
A.
that
Smith
guy.
was talking about it today. 17 games.
It's
a whole nother
horrible,
story to
bro.
talk about.
And like,
That's
I'm not taking
17
away
double-digit
anything.
leads, Yusuf. 17
I'm not
double-digit
taking.
leads.
That's even worse. I'm not taking anything away from the schemer, the play caller that John Harbaugh is. He's a legend.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. But I think John Harbaugh is the Doc Rivers of the NFL.
100%.
Woo.
That's a look
He's
at
still,
it.
he's still living off that Super Bowl
I
from
ain't
like,
gonna
what,
lie,
15 years
that's
ago?
a fire take.
No,
That's a
One
fire-
title
it is.
since then. What the fuck has he done?
With the talent he had.
Well, at least Doc Rivers has continuously gotten jobs. He's been fired a lot, but also been hired a lot. Harbaugh has somehow maintained his job.
But the NFL.
I want to
throughout
say
this whole
this though.
span.
I don't think that Harbaugh is on the stupidity level of Doc Rivers.
no, Doc Rivers
not
is
like
mentally
that.
ill.
It's. I don't think he's.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
Yusuf's referring to that. I think Yusuf's more referring to just record-wise, or it's kind of.
I don't know. I just don't want.
Situationally.
I don't want people to get too mad. Like,
Oh yeah.
No.
we're not
he's not as
situational-
he's not as
mentality,
fucking
no.
stupid
Yeah,
as
we're
Doc
No,
Rivers. But
situationally, it's the same coach. You got one ring. You're still living off that one ring, and you still have a job because of that one ring.
Yeah.
It's been 14 years, bro. 15 years almost.
Like, tell me, besides
the
maybe
fuck
a
has he
2 year,
done?
besides a
Yeah.
2 year where Joe Flacco was kind of getting to that retirement age, tell me where the Ravens had a bad team. You had prime Joe Flacco. Then you get Lamar Jackson.
The Ravens had some bad years in between
they
that.
did.
But like,
That's what I'm saying. But
just
besides that,
look at the team that they had that they won the Super Bowl with. All right. On offense,
I've-
Jacoby Jones, Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco, Ray Rice, Anquan Bolden, Torrey Smith,
rookie Justin
loaded
Tucker.
offense. Rookie Justin Tucker.
Well, you can't make that.
On
You
defense.
can't make that motion. of
On
talking about-
defense.
My fault.
I'm
On
talking
defense.
about Justin Tucker.
On defense, prime Ed Reed, prime Ray Lewis,
God damn.
prime Terrell Suggs. That team was fucking low.
hey
Yeah.
man, what's a financial advisor's wet dream? It's a coach who's won
Please
a
tell me.
championship.
Yep.
Because that somehow has carried.
That's what's his name? Mike Tomlin. I'm sorry, we got to talk about that too. Mike
No, it's
Tomlin.
real.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin's-
It's
He
applicable,
might be
worse.
more of a Doc Rivers.
bro.
Yeah.
It's applicable to any coach still coaching that won a ring in the 2000s.
Yep.
Or 2010s. It's
Sean Payton for
Yeah,
the
all of
longest
them,
until it
brother.
got bad.
Sean Payton's one of the worst ones because Sean Payton's actually a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What's that
Yeah.
fucking Bounty Gate?
Bounty Gate.
Yeah, Bountygate. Yeah.
He's a piece of filth, and he always will be to me.
Yep. But
Yeah. Thank you for that segment, though, Naoki.
Yeah, let's get back. No, let's close out this topic real quick. I mean, I know I mentioned something before the show started regarding the Bills, and I think they will be in the Super Bowl this year. I think this is the AFC title match between the Ravens and the Bills.
No, sir. Bills Chargers.
No. Sorry.
No.
I got Bills, Eagles in the Super Bowl, and I think I just don't
that's
think
our Instagram thing. That's our Instagram clip right there.
And I'll say this last thing too, and I'll leave this question for you guys. Like, if the Ravens don't do it this year, and I think this is the last year in my eyes. This is the last year, and the window's pretty much closed for them to do it. If they don't do it this year, what do you do, and what direction do you go?
You go get a fucking wide receiver.
Yeah.
But then do you run it back with Lamar?
Yeah, no.
100%. Lamar's staying.
Do we look at Harbaugh, his job on the hot seat as well?
That's the guy that's gone.
You know?
Yeah. That's the guy that's gone.
So
he might retire, to be honest.
Is it time, if they fall short again, like the take says, is it time to shop for a new head coach and then shop for potentially a wide receiver?
Really quickly, we haven't mentioned it. Josh Allen threw 250 yards and had 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Shout out to Josh Allen. You're winning. You're winning.
Shout out to Josh Allen. Shout out to Haley Steinfeld.
I was just gonna tell you that. Shout out to her.
Man, I cried watching
Sinners. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan too.
All right.
I cried watching Sinners also. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. All right.
I still haven't seen the movie. And I still shout out Michael B. Jordan.
Shout out Sinners.
No, please.
Shout out Sinners.
This isn't sponsored. Okay. On
movie
to
night.
Street Logic movie night.
Street Logic movie night.
Twitch.tv/ Street Logic Sports. Now let's close out the show with the games of the week. Isaiah, why don't you start us off with your game of the week, brother?
Yes, sir. I got Thursday night. The NFL finally blessed us with a good Thursday night football game.
What happened to what was wrong with the one last week?
It was garbage.
Last
no
week
one's
was great
trying to
too.
fucking watch the Cowboys, bro. Suck my dick.
We got Dolphins Bills next
game.
week.
Suck my dick.
That's how
was
bad
a fire
Thursday night.
game.
Let's put up Dak Prescott's dick pic on the screen right now.
Please don't.
Next up, we got my game of the week is the Commanders versus the Packers. I got the Packers winning this one 34-28.
Love it.
Yes, I know we talked about the Packers defense and how it looked stout, but I think Jaden Daniels is going to come in quick and come in fast. Don't look at me like that.
He's gonna plug in and pull out.
He's plugging in and he's pulling out.
Booming and.
But yeah, no, I got the Packers taking this one. I think this one's gonna be a barn burner.
I like it. Yusuf.
Yeah. Okay, cool. My game of the week is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Imagine, like you mentioned, your boom player is DK Metcalf.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
I think this is, although it's not really a primetime game, unfortunately, I think this is really one to watch. I think they're two pretty stout defenses. I think two offenses with some firepower here or there, if you may say so. I want to see DK in his revenge game against the Seattle Seahawks. I want to see Jackson Smith and Jigba continue to take that step into the role as one of the best receivers in the NFL, which I think he will be in that conversation a couple of years down the line. I just think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be it's also, I think it's getting overlooked, like the Steelers-Jets game. I think a lot of people didn't think that would be a good game. Same concept here. I think it's going to be very interesting. So keep an eye out for that one. Maybe TJ Watt won't get fucking bottled up by a rookie offensive lineman again.
Fair.
My game of the week is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Houston Texans. I think with the status of Derek Stingley Jr. kind of being in the air with the hip injury, I think it's going to open up to the Bucs and Baker Mayfield ultimately taking over. We've seen a big game of obviously out of Emeka Egbuka. I think Mike Evans still gets his. The offense I think will be rolling, and I got the Buccaneers winning 35-28. I think if there's any game that Stroud and Nico can get their bounce back and get things rolling again, I think it might be this game where the Buccaneers defense particularly did not look amazing this past week against the Falcons. So I think this is going to end up being a pretty underrated game, in my opinion. I'm
going to be a little shocked. Okay, I know you got the Bucs winning, which I have it as well. I think the Bucs win that game as well. I'm kind of shocked you have it that high scoring in the sense of Houston scoring that much, only because Houston doesn't have a run game. So it's kind of obvious going into the game plan. They're just going to be throwing it to Nico, to Higgins, to Schultz, whatever they're doing. I get it. Buccaneers might not have the greatest secondary in a sense, but it's like Vita Vea is going to eat that O-line. That O-line did not look good against the Rams.
I think these quarterbacks combined.
Tunsil's good,
like,
but I don't know. The middle.
I think they both combined for like 80 attempts. I'm going to be so real.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna
Maybe not as high scoring as Naoki has it.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a shootout. It's just that's what I'm saying. 28 points for the Texans to me is like
some we haven't seen.
Hey, bro.
We haven't seen.
We haven't seen it in a couple seasons, but both
That's what I'm
these quarterbacks are known to throw that motherfucker though.
Oh, I'm telling you,
Yeah, they'll throw that.
Stroud
bitch.
is capable of throwing for 400 yards if he wants to. I'm just saying it's like Isaiah said, we haven't seen it in a whole year since his rookie year. We haven't seen it.
I think this is the game where he gets that bounce back.
I hope so.
Gets that rhythm back. I
Because
think.
I got Nico.
I hope so
Stroud,
too.
So
Shit, we all do. We've been.
Majid, you want to close it out with your game?
Yeah, my game of the week is the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. That's that Sunday night game this week.
It's
I
gonna
got
be a
the
banger.
Falcons. Yeah, I got the Falcons winning it 23-17. I think Michael Penix Jr. looked great week one. Other than, Drake
Man, I'm
London
not gonna
getting
lie to
hurt.
you, bro. The Falcons might be my second favorite team to watch. in
They're
the
fun.
NFL.
You-
I don't
they're
know what it
fun.
is about it.
You guys want to know what
They're
I think?
fun, bro.
Especially with Pitts finally doing something, and
Whoa.
you see the way Drake London. Listen. 12 points.
Not too much on Kyle
Pipe
Pitts.
down now.
Hey,
Not too much on
12
Kyle Pitts.
points. This is Kyle Pitts' year. No, but I'm saying watching Michael
always
Penix
Kyle
play and
Pitts.
everything. I think the Falcons this year are going to be like, you remember the Dolphins that were talking about that one year? The Dolphins were like scoring hella. They were just fun to watch because it's just like 30 points, 4 points. It's just like highlights from Tyreek, A-Chain going on an 80-yard run. I think it's going to kind of be like that with the Falcons. Like we saw small little plays extending. That 4th and goal was insane.
Hey man,
You
they're
know,
they're a
reach and
sleeper.
touch on.
They're a sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
We-
the pieces that
We
have-
rated them very highly
Bro.
last year with the initial signing of Kirk Cousins. I remember going
It's-
into last season, but that really went to crap so fast.
Yeah.
I think Michael Penix has shown really good flashes, and that offense, I think, we're finally starting to see what this offense was meant to be under Kirk Cousins with Michael Penix Jr. And I think, like Zay said, I think they're one of the most fun teams to watch on the offensive side of the ball
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Bro, there's everything. What's there not to like? I mean, they have the color scheme of the franchise, the black, red, and white. The stadium's fire. The crowd's always lit. They got the right players, bro. It's
Raheem
fun,
Morris is a
entertaining.
fire coach. All for
They're
the players.
young.
Yeah.
And then they got another quarterback, black quarterback who's very mobile in the pocket, whose name is one letter off of a male private part.
All right,
So-
y'all.
I think that's what we
We'll wrap it up right there.
Yep.
This has been Street Logic, episode 4 of
go.
Pick 6.
Go.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. We're getting into the groove of things.
Yusuf.
Dab me up, you fat forehead ass bitch.
Fuck you, pussy.
That's what I'm saying. All right. We will see you guys next week when Yusuf is 0-2 in fantasy and I am 2-0. It's been
God
wonderful.
damn.
We are all blessed to talk another week of football.
Let's
We are
go.
blessed to talk
Amen.
football.
Clap it up. Clap
With
it
you
up.
guys
Clap it up.
listening, thank you for the support. As always, this has been Pick 6.
Yep.
Go.
We are going to see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bolt up.
Bolt up.
Break up.